everybody, it's Victor. It's time another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. We did have another video crossing 3,000 likes now. On our way, almost 2 weeks to go for the Get Down Mr. President Challenge, which if you don't know what that is, basically I have to give myself Lost Soul Buddy, and every time he dies, I have to restart the floor, and I have to beat one of the endgame bosses without letting him die. So, that's going to be a hilarious romp, and also possibly one of the hardest videos we've done so far on a challenge. Here's your meme of the day / I guess continuance of the day, sent in here on the Invictus subreddit by Significant Pack 961. Title thread was, "We are also watching every day," and there's the off-centered picture of the other meme of the day that we had a couple days ago. So I guess this is just going to start becoming another one of those nesting doll memes of the day continuations. You know what? I'm all for it. I really am. So that's a lot of cats as well. So two is too many for me, but I do like the vibe of that picture. Thank you very much for sharing it on the subreddit. Well, we have Low Life again. Today is going to be November Sierra Papa Zulu, November Hotel, or November Hat. We got Little Chub. Oh God, we got the Joe Dirt haircut. We got decent tiers. It's slightly above average. Rules card, I'm just gonna do that. And then I had to use Magic Fingers because I could not see anything thanks to the rules card. Of course, I didn't have to use the rules card right there, but me being a glutton for punishment as I am, decided to anyway. Little Chub is just a familiar that's going to fly out and deal honestly a pretty good amount of damage. She will... I don't think Little Chub blocks shots like Big Chub does, but I do like the fact that she does fly out there a lot faster than Big Chub. If you can actually get a sustained hit with her, she does, again, quite a significant amount of damage. In the early game anyway, she's definitely not someone you're going to be able to rely upon. What was that schmove right there, Ministro? But it's always good to have a familiar that you can control that does a reliable source of good damage. That's what you really, really want from any familiar. The Magic Fingers is going to allow us to do AoE damage to everything in the room, including bosses or anything like that, based on how much money we use. So every time we use an activation of Magic Fingers, it's going to use literally one of our coins, and then basically do that. And again, it's a very good amount of damage if you can sustain the economy. Magic Fingers technically could carry you through the entire run if you really had to. Now, if you're relying upon Magic Fingers from the start to carry your entire run, you are in there. You got bigger fish to fry than just damage. You're in a lot of trouble. Yep. Fully upgraded shot, by the way. Go check out the item room here eventually, and I know where the secret room is. It's right there, but we have no bomb. And we definitely don't want to be using Magic Fingers right now. Would I get rid of Magic Fingers? Yeah, probably. Especially if we get some kind of HP generator. Random Soul Heart. We get Quince. I'm okay with Quince. Quince has sort of fallen off the tier list for me a little bit just because it does give you some random bad familiars, like Boiled Baby. That one's bad. Abel's bad. Anything that anytime that you have a familiar that shoots directly at Isaac is problematic, and that's the reason why. Well, that's the reason I don't like Abel. Now, on the subject of Boil Baby just throws out just tears everywhere, and they don't differentiate themselves between friend or foe. And on top of that, they will also sometimes target Isaac. So you may inadvertently start dodging a tier that isn't even there and run yourself into a tier that is there, which makes you very, very upset. By you, I mean me. By me, I mean all of us. On last week's question of the episode here, coming in from the new most frustrating run of the year so far, and again, I had to preemptively apologize for that episode. I really felt like I went off the deep end a couple of times, but maybe I was overthinking it. Not a lot of people felt that way, but thank you all very much for suffering through that just god awful run. This is coming in from I'm gonna say Thomas Sayez. I think it's Thomas Sayez. 9476, who said, question of the episode, what do you think about a room designer built into the game, allowing players to design their own rooms, balanced with point system, harder mob equals high point cost, with high point rooms appearing on later floors for other players who have selected to have player-made rooms turned on. Pretty much just like Mario Maker, except Isaac Maker, and I would be all for that. I do think that we would see a lot of unbalanced rooms, or rooms just designed to troll players. But that kind of stuff would really add another level of... It would add another level of challenge, but it maybe also give some good ideas to the design team in the future for maybe more challenging rooms. Not that we need the obscenely challenging rooms. I think that that would definitely ruin a lot of players' experiences. But if they wished, as the comment said, if they wish to have it toggled on, I think that would be a very nice thing. You get to just have a little toggle that says include player-made rooms or something like that. So I'm all for it. It's a great idea. I would love to see something like that, and just see the various shenanigans that all these evil Isaac players would come up with. Maybe even have a ranking system or something for the most popular ones, or the hardest difficulty ones, or the least cleared rooms, or something like that would be fun. Great idea. Super Secret Room is right meow. We did pick up Rocket in a Jar, which of course is going to allow us to fire those bombs like a rocket. It's got to be here then. You can also place them down as long as you're not firing. And that is a problem that I find myself getting into a lot when it comes to Rocket in a Jar. And if you recall, at the very beginning of Repentance, that was one of the things. Actually, no, I think it was when I was playing Anti-Birth. I think when I played Anti-Birth, I accidentally offed myself because of Rocket in a Jar. I didn't realize that it would fire into a wall and then instantly kill me. So but I've come around on Rocket in a Jar because I do think that it is a very effective boss killing item. And on top of that, if you need it to clear rooms that are just being sticky or annoying or anything like that, you can just blow them up, or even better, just get out of the room. Just hit the door with a bomb and you're good. Got restock here. No, I'm not playing this game, Greed. Get 2 lucky pennies and a whole butt ton of keys. I'm down with that. We can take restock. Definitely want 1 more, maybe 2 more soul hearts here, because we are going to have a situation here with us getting into a devil deal. But what's nice about Rocket in a Jar is that it also synergizes with bomb upgrades. So if you had like poison bombs, for example, you could immediately fast track a Bob's Curse bomb right to the boss without you having to wait for it to detonate or wait for them. They may possibly jump out of the way, that sort of thing. I like Jello, but I don't think that Jello works for us here. I'm gonna fade Jello. I'm sorry, Jello. Jello's good, don't get me wrong, but it's not what we're looking for right now. And the fact that we got a single item devil deal on floor 2 is quite infuriating. So now we'll be at the mercy of possibly getting some angel deals. And hopefully they're not crap like they usually are. Maybe not crap, maybe not total crap, but it's partial crap. It's crap that you normally wouldn't say, oh man, this is a great run, unless of course you get Sacred Heart or Godhead. One day, I believe one day we will see an Angel Room rebalancing. Maybe some items that were very bad or just ignored will finally get a much needed buff. Just to make them more offensively based. You know, but then that it would sort of, if here's the thing though, and I will play devil's advocate, even though I am one who does not go angel deals willingly most of the time. But to play devil's advocate, I will say this: if angel deals were somehow rebalanced and rebuffed, and all the items got more offensively tuned, then what would the point of devil deals be at that point? See what I mean? So there has to be one light side and one dark side to it. But that being said, though, I still think that a lot of Angel Deal items just need a retooling, rework, or even a total redesign, just to make them more exciting. I know that might seem a little silly in this game. It would be very neat to see Angel equivalent items of Devil Deal items. So, for example, and there are a couple that exist that are kind of along those lines. You have Act of Contrition, which is kind of like the Pact. You've got Goat Head, which is the opposite of Holy Grail, or the Eucharist, I mean. Lord of the Pit, Holy Grail. You've got Brimstone and Revelation. And I think that if there was more of that yin and yang sort of thing, or just a evil, good, or angelic, demonic type dynamic that existed between the items, I think that we would see a lot more dynamic builds come out of it. As long as they had some kind of very similar or equal equivalent power, you could go really ham. I also think that there should be at least one more angelic item transformation that's beneficial. There is, of course, Seraphim, and that's about it. It's Seraphim, and that's it. Meanwhile, we got Guppy. We got Lord of the Pit, or not Lord of the Pit, Leviathan. We've got the Bookworm transformation, of course, which is not exclusively Devil Deal, obviously, but you almost certainly get more books in the Devil Deal than you do for the Angel Deal. Not that there's stuff I take anyway, but those who do play book builds, you'd be able to easily attest that you get more books in Devil Deals than in Angel Deals. Dude, how are you still alive? Oh, that's right. We have 2.68 damage. Get butt bombs. Again, these are going to synergize well with Rocket and Ajar. Okay. You curse the maze. I don't know why this feels like a greed fight, but it definitely does. I'm getting that vibe. It's not. Oh. Yeah, the secret room was there. Let's try that again, brain. Let's try that again, mouth. I did not know that the secret room was there. I said, if I didn't know to do this thing, hey, Tony, get a load of the secret room over here. Get a nothing item here with an orbital from Black Pestilence. Yep. All right. So we're starting to get to the point now where if we don't get a significant damage upgrade soon, we're going to be in trouble. We're already kind of getting there. We took our first hit of damage against that grub on that last floor. Making me realize just how absolute doo-doo our damage is. And if that's the case, if this is how it's going to be in this run, then we need to start thinking long-term here. Which means that abandon the idea of us ever getting any help from any item, room or boss room or anything like that on this run, and read the situation for what it is, which is that we are not going to get any damage upgrades. We need to get coins to start preparing the long haul of depending on you know what. That's it. The exact situation that I just so happened to mention at the beginning of this episode is now coming to fruition yet again. And I don't know how that keeps happening, but if you're not convinced the game doesn't listen to you, at this point it's just the ramblings of a crazy man. You either believe me or you don't. That's about it. So we need to get some kind of either, if we can get the counterfeit penny or swallowed penny or anything like that that's going to allow us to generate coins. That's what we're going to ultimately have to start using for our offense, because it's getting bad here, team. Stitches ain't it, bro. Farting Baby is definitely not it. Speaking of books. Well, the one thing that we're not short of here is HP. We going Wrath. The dogfight of a battle right here against Wrath. There you go. Big Chub, or Little Chub. Making big plays. That's what we'd like to see. There is some merit to playing the Sacrum Shuffle here, despite us not having the wafer or anything like that, but the familiar problem that we're in is that if we go that aggressively on a Sacrum Shuffle, we'd better be prepared to defend our HP, and we just simply do not have the best capabilities of doing so. Also, none of these chests are dropping any money. Oh, we can't even get a nickel from the Hanging Keeper. Again, HP, not a problem. Like I said, HP, not a problem. We really should do the Sacrum Shuffle at this point. We're way ahead of schedule. I don't know how we're progressing this fast on a run that's this bad. Yeah, we're gonna have to. There is a secret, or there is a soul heart in the shop, so I'm okay with this, sort of. But with us having another Eternal Heart in the boss room, we should be fine. Could be a very good opportunity for us to get some more money here. Okay. Now we get the wafer. Oh, baby. Okay. Wafer coming to us in our time of need here. Yeah, 30 cents. So again, HP is not going to be a problem. We essentially have doubled our HP now, even at max HP, because all the damage will be rounded down to a half heart. Unless we somehow get hit by a super champion that gets rounded down from 2 hearts to 1. Just for reassurance here, I am going to buy Soul Heart. I'm going to fade the member card because, again, the only situation that's changed now is that we've only gotten more defensive. We still have no offense. And Curse the Blind. Okay, so we now know what type of run we're in, and I don't know what it is with Thursday runs, but my God, man. Oh, that's neat. Dude, chill. These are not the rooms for bad damage here. By bad damage, I mean bad outgoing damage. Butterfly Poop's fine here. And we've gone to the wrong way again. All right. So it begins. Yeehaw. Hoping we were going to make boss rush, but I guess that's just off the table now. Try a bomb here for a soul heart. He was over the rock, game. That shot was definitely supposed to go into the rock. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be another typical Thursday run here, it looks like. I mean, we're already there. Every penny is a must-have here. Although we could use the petrified poop in this room, I guess. I really dislike the little chub sound effect. I really do. It makes her sound like a duck. It's just like a grating sound, man. Like it gets in your ears. Just my opinion. Here's the other dead end of the level, everybody. There we go. So in case you're playing along with this awful seed, then you know where not to go. There it is, right there. Amazing. How does he do it? How does he continually do it? It is astounding. It's like I said yesterday, I do it so frequently, it's not a coincidence anymore. It is a legitimate thing that exists. It is a pattern. To see so many dead ends so reliably, so often, is unbelievable. Didn't know the secret room was there, but a little bit of money back here. And one day, we will figure out what boss we're fighting. And I can't wait to see our blind devil deal, which is going to be just 3 red chests and nothing else. I'm not in the mood for another fight like we had yesterday, Loki, so you just need to go quietly here. We got Big Chub getting the snipe. Get a matchbook. Gives us all that. Pretty much have to take this. It's going to be Lusty Blood, which is some form of damage, but still not technically a damage upgrade. And another Curse of the Blind. All right, so here we are. This is the game. Binding of Isaac. You know, you can't even say I didn't call this one like it was going to be like this. As soon as I mentioned that when we have to start relying upon magic fingers, where we know we're in trouble, that was the trigger. That was the cue that this run was going to be like that. I mean, you can't say I didn't say it. It's on video. You play the game long enough, man. I'm telling you. It sounds crazy, I know. But I don't know how much more proof you need. Should try to find the shop just in case if there's a soul heart in there that we can at least bolster our HP with. Because even if we get boss rush, I'm not going to take it. It's a blind floor, so we had an ample opportunity to make it and got very quickly shut down by back-to-back Curse of the Blinds. Take a stab at 2 mushrooms and a little bit extra double deal chance. I mean, our base damage is still 2.68. That is shockingly bad. For us being on depths too. There are lots of hearts on the ground as well, so we could use those either for a sack room or for Temperance Machine. That would at least give us more money than we'd be able to put into it. What? I'm just going to load up on soul hearts as much as I can and just be done with it. Oh, I wanted you to do game. There we go. We can't buy that last soul heart. On top of the fact it costs 11 cents, it would also prevent us from going into the arcade. Just not what I want to do. So at least we can get some money here. I mean, what else? Like, tell me what more evidence you need that the game is 100% coded against what you say or what you're trying to do. Like, tell me, please. If there's more evidence you need, let me provide it for you. Thursday runs. Thursdays give me the runs. Not the same quality of stats that we're getting right now. Another 2-heart devil deal, and yep. There you go, everybody. All right, so we're done with devil deals. We're done with devil deals. We're done with blind items, period. And we are now in the thick of it. It's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. It's already real bad. We haven't been in this bad of a situation in quite a long time. The only saving grace we have right now is the fact that we have the wafer. That is it. Lusty Blood is not an answer. And Magic Fingers is soon to be out of the equation almost permanently unless we start getting a lot more money. That IV bag or that Temperance Machine was our last chance to possibly make this a real strategy that we're going to have to rely upon, and the game shut that down, just like all the other strategies that we had for this episode. So it wants us to have a run where we must beat it with 2.68 base damage. And sometimes it just boggles the mind just how perfectly the game gets scripted to counter any sort of advanced strategy or idea that you might have that will work against it in the particular circumstance of a bad run like this. I mean, Big Chub, or Little Chub, is doing more damage than we are. Still. And we started with her. At least Daddy Longlegs spawns spiders that will help out our base damage a little bit. Wow, 6 stomps. Well, 5 stomps and a slam. And another HP upgrade. All right. Yeehaw. And I really don't know what I can do to make a run like this. I cannot believe that made it all the way there. I don't know. There's nothing I can do to make this run seem interesting or fun. I'm trying my best here. But in about 6 more uses. See, now we're at the point now where I don't feel comfortable playing a Temperance Machine, but we're going to have to. I mean, what do you want? What do you want more proof? Like, seriously, do you want more proof? You could not script this stuff. This is the stuff that in a year's time, no one will remember. But let your current self remember this. This game is coded differently than you think it is. There's too many of these rare, weird circumstances that happen on, at least on my runs anyway, where exactly what I'm talking about, what I want to have happen in a run, the game does the exact opposite. The one thing that could counter what my plan is, and the only plan is that we're stuck in. It happens way more often than you may realize. So put your tinfoil hats on, kids, because this run is this is your smoking gun right here. Double deal. Our brimstone is going to hit like a wiffle bat. And make us go that way, isn't it? Hey, look, I'm happy we have brimstone, but it doesn't really improve our standing a whole lot. Now, if we start building up kills, then brimstone gets to a somewhat respectable level of damage. Remember, with every HP container that we're giving up, we're giving up essentially 2 HP. So brimstone cost us 4 HP there because of wafer. We may have to take M. It should be very painfully obvious now that the game is not going to let us use magic fingers at all. And we've seen, I've already ranted about that. This level. Soul heart to help protect the bone heart. I also don't think I've seen Counterfeit Penny proc at all. To be fair, we haven't had a lot of keys or coins to pick up in the first place, so yeah, there we get some. We get a little bit of help here. How many HP upgrades have we gotten? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six HP upgrades. Told you. Did I not tell you that the game's gonna make us go through that spike room? Did I not say it? Who's crazy now? Checkmate, mate. Yep. That was the first thing I said on this level. Alright, here we go. Game just wants to get its free hit in. We actually got around it. It's all of our blood bag upgrades. We are hitting not even like a wet noodle. A dry, brittle noodle that's been sitting in the pantry for the last 10 years. Someone forgot about. Remember when we had a chance at boss rush on this run? Boy, I do. We get a couple more red hearts, we might be able to play Sacrum Shuffle, but if we take any more damage, then we're not going to. Getting some money back here. Little chub, please. The constant, no, you know what? We're just done. The constant grating in my ear that I'm hearing from Little Chub going off over and over and over again. It doesn't help the annoyance factor right now that Isaac is putting me through. And another movement speed upgrade. At least we have some form of extra offense with the poison. I'm gonna wait for phase 2, and then I'm just gonna let Isaac have it with magic fingers. Then I think we go grab M and see what we can get. Yeah, we've done 20% of Isaac's health. Gonna save 1 cent so we can actually use magic fingers when we get M. Again with the phantom shots. It took all of our resources to beat Isaac. All right, and let's see what we get here. Get the stopwatch. Okay. Would I D4 this run? Surprisingly, no, because we can't give up the wafer. Our base stats are so bad we wouldn't roll into any stats. So no, I wouldn't D4 this run. As backwards and as illogical as that may seem, you got to understand, from a base stats point of view, we have none. We have movement speed, and that is it. So imagine a scenario where we D4 into a bunch of passive items that don't give us any stat ups, and then we are left stuck with our pants down and no wafer. And before you think, oh, come on, that's such a long shot, may I remind you that we got a grand total of 2 coins out of 2 separate temperance machines on 2 separate floors that both paid out with a blood bag instead of the IV bag. So don't try to tell me the long odds here. I've been calling every beat of this run so far since the start, so I know when the game is having a laugh. Each move. All right, come on, M. Get Minecrafter. I know Boil Baby's somewhere in there. We're in that mosh pit of followers. The D1. Did have to use the potato peeler to get another activation on M. When did the D1 go to a 4-room cooldown? I thought it was always a 2. Am I imagining that, or am I thinking of... I know the Eternal D6 is a 2-room cooldown, but I thought the D1 was a 2-room or at most 3-room cooldown. Adds key. Glass cannon, get out of my inventory. We use the glass cannon as another reroll once we charge the D1. I'm hoping that we get the D6. Is the reason why I left those item pedestals there. Or void or something. E-cleaver. This room is going to take 10 million years. Oh, yeah, that's right. He has creep, doesn't he? Hey, this is just a straight up war of a run. So hard for our troubles. Just don't even talk to me. And we've gone to the wrong way. Again. Alright. How does he do it? We've also made this room infinitely harder on ourselves. But we do have Void. Unfortunately, most of the items in our chest room were active items. Which means that... Oh, there's a red champion in here, too. That's just great. Yep. Did he just phase through that bomb? No, okay. We're just getting... most hellacious rooms. I firmly believe if we didn't have Wafer, we'd be dead. Always try to park Daddy Longlegs on one extreme of the room. Never up and down. Always left or right. PH Dizzle. A little too late for that. Oh, good. A speed upgrade. We really needed that. And what splendiferous items do we have up here again? Yeah. We got 2 active items. And we did not get a damage upgrade. Surprise, surprise. That would have been one nice shortcut, but we will at least have Telepathy for Dummies against Blue Baby, and this nightmare will finally be over. I don't know what it is with Thursday runs, but the last 2 have been unreal. Oh yeah, you're a real comedian game. Real comedian. There we go. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that run. If you did, click the like button. If you didn't, click the dislike button. I don't blame you. Subscribe and ring the notification bell if you want to see more Binding of Isaac. As always, I'll see you all next time. Till then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Like things and pages of mine like Shapscaps, Marcus, and Medic Wolf. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of the Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.